Good morning, everybody. So today we're going to be talking about dividing decimals. Um, Miss Kelly was really nice and went into my classroom and got my document camera. So this is going to be really nice having the document camera now and not having to use um, paint when working. So hopefully this will be helpful for everybody. Okay. So first things first, let's go over our schedule for today. Today is Wednesday, the 25th. And in math, you're doing a dividing decimals review. So you went into Google Classroom and you've gotten your document and you've clicked your link and you've started watching your video. Wonderful. Tonight, there's a Google Live Meets at 5:30. So at 5:30, if you're close to a phone or a computer and have time, you can put this URL and copy it and put it into a new document or a new tab. So click copy, open up a new tab, and you put it in there. And just like that, it's going to go ahead and tell you to get ready, and you're going to join now. And then it's going to put you in the live meeting this evening with me. During that live meeting, we're going to go over Stretch Maths Week 16, Side A and B. If you have any questions about it, join me. This is going to be a good time to see your friends. But as soon as you get into the meeting, I need you guys to make sure you click your mute button down here where it says turn off microphone, because what will happen is if we get a lot of kids in there, the computer won't know who to listen to. So if you'll mute your computer to start with, and then we'll take turns talking if you want to talk and stuff. Okay, so we've gotten our schedule down. Let's talk about what our work looks like. So you must watch this dividing decimals video. Hello, you're on it. Great. All right, let's talk about the steps to dividing. Remember that when you're dividing decimals, you have to do something with your decimal. If you have no decimal outside your house, then your decimal just goes straight up. You don't have to worry about anything. But if you do have a decimal outside your house, you have to move your decimal however many times you do on the outside as you do on the inside. You have to be even within the house and the outside of the house. Then you divide just like normal. Divide, multiply, subtract, check, repeat. And then you need to make sure that you're watching your decimal. If you're bringing a number down and it's coming from the right side of the decimal, your answer needs to go on the right side of the decimal as well. And remember that there are no remainders allowed. So if you end up having a remainder, you got to add a 0 and keep on going. So in this video, we are going to work on problems 1, 2, and 6. You are responsible for finishing the other 4 problems. Then down here, it talks about going Google Live again tonight. And if you cannot make the live meeting, don't worry about it. I will post the video that I'll record of us in Google Classroom so you can watch it. And then once again, there's that link. Okay, so let's flip over to the document camera. Okay, so I have the 3 problems we're going to be working on together written down. So let's talk about these. I have my reminder up here at the top: divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down, repeat. Remember, your first number goes inside your house, and your second number goes outside your house. So I have 46 and 4/10 divided by 24. So let's look at that first step again. It says to move your decimal. And if I do not have a decimal outside my house, my decimal goes straight up. Do I have a decimal out here? No, there's no decimal. So this just goes straight up. Now I can divide just like normal. So, I forgot my hashtag. So, first thing, 24, 48. 24 plus 48 is 72. Let's see. Yep. Plus 24 more is 96. 120, 144. We're going to stop right there. So there's my hashtag. I have my multiples written for 24. So now let's go and take a look. How many times can 46 be divided by 24? I have 24 and then 48. 48 is too big, so that means it can only go in there one time. 1 times 24 is 24. And when I subtract, I have 22 left. So can I have 46 of something and give 24 away? Yes. Now I need to bring down and repeat. Okay. I brought this 4 down from this side of the decimal. So that means that all my answers I get from now on are going over here. So it looks like I'm going to need to extend out on my decimal place. I mean, on my multiples some more. So 144 plus 24 more gave me 168. Plus 24 more gives me 192. Plus 24 more gives me 216. And that's as many times as it can go in there. Because if I do 24 more, it's going to be 240. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. 9 times 24 is 216. And when I subtract, I end up with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 8, 0, 0. So I end up with 8. Am I allowed to have a remainder? No. And let's go back and see what it says to do. If you have a remainder, I have to add a 0 and keep going. So I'm going to add my 0. How many times can 80 be divided by 24? 1, 2, 3 times, right? 72. And 3 times 24 is 72. And when I subtract, I'm left with 0 minus 2. Can't do that. I'm left with 8 again. So I have a remainder still. What do I need to do? I got to add a 0. All right, let's check again. How many times could 80 go into 24 again? 3 times, right? And 3 times 24 is 72. When I subtract, I'm going to get 8. Do you see how my pattern's going now? I always am going to be subtracting 2. So that means that number, that 333, is going to be continuous. And I'm going to show you on my phone real fast. Let's see. There we go. If I do 46.4 divided by 24, you see how those 3's just continue to keep on going? So our answer for our first problem is going to be 1.933. We're going to stop here. So now on your document, you need to make sure that for number 1, you put in your answer, 1.933. All right, let's take a look at number 2. I have 4.8 inside the house and 0.39 outside the house. Okay. I have decimals outside this house. So that means I need to move them. How many times? 1, 2. To get rid of that decimal, I'm going to move them 2 times. And if I move them outside 2 times, I need to move them inside 2 times. 1, 2. What's going in this little space right here? Good, a 0. So now my division problem is just 480 divided by 39. No more decimals to deal with. Not right now. So let's take a look. Let's get our multiples of 39. And if you want to use your parents' phone, that is perfectly fine to write down your multiples or use a calculator. Not going to lie, I'm using my phone right now. 2/3. All right, let's see if that's enough multiples to get us through. Okay. So first things first. How many times can 48 be divided by 39? Well, I got 39 and then 78. 78 is too big. So only one time. And 1 times 39 is 39. And when I subtract, I am left with 9. Bring down my 0. How many times can 90 be divided by 39? 1, 2. Well, 3 is too big. So how many times? 2 times. And 2 times 39 is 78. And when I subtract there, I'm left with 12. I have nothing else to bring down. Am I allowed to have a remainder? Because this technically was a decimal problem when we started. So when dividing decimals, are you allowed to have a remainder? No, you are not. So let's take a look. What do I need to do if I have a remainder? I need to add a 0. All right, let's see now. How many times can 120? Oh, wait, now I got to put my decimal here. How many times does 120 be divided by 39? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is too big. So how many times? 3 times. 3 times 39 is 117. When I subtract, I'm left with 3. Am I allowed to have a remainder? Nope. So I add a 0. Ooh, this is a good problem. Can 30 be divided by 9? No. And when I say no, I do what? Add a 0. And 0 times 39 is 0. When I subtract, I'm left with 30. Now what do I do? Can't have a remainder. I need to add another 0. So 300 can be divided by 39 how many times? So our multiples don't go out that far. So let's take a look. I got 234 plus 39. 273 plus 39. 312. 312 is too big, so it can go in there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And 7 times 39 is 273. And when I subtract, I'm left with 27. So as you can see, once again, this is going to continue. It's going to go on and on and on and on forever. So let's check it with our calculator. All right. 4.8 divided by 0.93 equals. And look at there. We got that 12.307. Good. Now you see how this number continues on and on and on and on forever. So if you get to your answer and you've gone out to the thousandths place, like we have in the last two, I want you just to stop if you don't already have an answer. See how we went all the way out to the thousandths place here? I just want you to stop there at the thousandths place. All right, last problem. All right, I have 3.675 inside my house and 7 outside my house. I do not have a decimal outside my house, so my decimal just needs to go straight up. So dividing like normal. Can 3 be divided by 7? Let's write our little multiples. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56. Or what is it, 63? No, that's not right. Yeah, I was right, 63. Okay. So can 3 be divided by 7? No, because 3 is too small. So when I say no, I add a 0. 0 times 7, 0. Subtract, got 3. Bring down my 6. All right, check where your 6 is coming from. Your 6 is coming from the right side. So everything else is going on the right side now. How many times can 36 be divided by 7? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6 is too big, so 5 times. 5 times 7 is 35. When I subtract, I'm left with 1. Bring down my 7. How many times can 17 be divided by 7? 21 is too big, so 2 times. 2 times 7 is 14. When I subtract, I got 3. Bring down my 5. How many times can 35 be divided by 7? You're right, 5 times. 5 times 7 is 35, and I'm left with 0 as a remainder. So my answer for this one is 525,000. So together we've done 3 problems, and you have 3 answers, and we've done a lot of work here to get these problems. Remember, if your answer continues to go out past 1,000, just stop. All right, so let's take a quick peek. None of your answers that you have to do by yourself is going to, is going to go out to the thousands place. So none of your other questions are going to make you work that hard. We've done 3 of the hardest questions together. All right, so once you get this finished, make sure you are turning it in or submitting it or sharing it with me. If you're not sharing it with me, then I'm not getting it and I can't grade it, okay? All right, if you're available, I will see you tonight at 5:30. I hope you have a good day. Talk to you later.